News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Jordan's Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi warns that Israel's retaliation against Iranian strikes last weekend could drag the entire Middle East region into the conflict. In an interview with the state media, Safadi says a war between its neighbors would be devastating and would bring serious implications for the rest of the world. He lobbies other nations to pressure Israel not to escalate the tension, stressing Tehran had signaled that it would not further its April 13 attack unless Israel responded. He also said Amman would act firmly in the event of another flare-up just to make sure the conflict would not spill into Jordanian territory. Safadi made the remarks as Israel is signaling a retaliation on Iran's firing of salvos of unmanned drones and missiles toward Israel last weekend. Tehran has said the attack was in response to suspected Israeli airstrikes on the Iranian embassy compound in Damascus last April 1, which killed 2 high-ranking Iranian military officials and several officers. Israel has not claimed nor denied that it was behind the Iranian embassy attack. Early this week, Israel stressed that it must respond to the Iranian attack to preserve its credibility of deterring threats.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
In our news, the United Nations or UN is asking for a $2.8 billion fund that will be used to assist more than 3 million people in Gaza Strip and the West Bank this year. According to the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs or OCHA, a major chunk of the fund will be used to deliver food assistance to the 2 areas affected by the ongoing conflict there, a move that it said would reduce human suffering and prevent further loss of life. It said the fund represents only part of the more than $4 billion funding that the UN and partners estimate to meet the needs of the currently affected Palestinians. The Israeli-Hamas conflict, which has been raging for more than 6 months, has created critical food shortages in Gaza, with some areas now exceeding famine levels, according to the UN. Despite some improvements in food delivery coordination with Israel, a senior UN official said early this week that many challenges remain in the said effort.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
For Philippine Embassy and Consular News, 3 overseas Filipino workers or OFWs in the United Arab Emirates or UAE reportedly died due to the severe flooding that hit that desert nation. In an advisory on Thursday, the Philippines Department of Migrant Workers conveyed the sad news as it extended its deepest condolences and sympathies to the families and relatives of the departed OFWs. According to DMW officer in charge Undersecretary Hans Leo Kakdak, the 2 OFWs died due to suffocation inside their vehicle during the flood, while the other 1 died due to vehicular accident. The department assured the families of the 3 OFWs of its fullest support and assistance. The DMW's Migrant Workers Offices or MWOs and the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi are working closely to provide all assistance to the families of the 3 OFWs. They are also preparing to distribute relief goods, basic necessities, and other essential items to OFW communities in Al Ain and Dubai.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
You just heard World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.